What science superhero is at it again? What happens after your heart stops beating? Name That Face takes on a whole new meaning, and posting selfies on the daily orbit. Hello and welcome to the Daily Orbit. I'm Emerald Robinson. As if Elon Musk didn't have enough on his plate, why not add something else? The SpaceX founder officially announced his plan for the world's first Hyperloop, a transit system capable of traveling faster than the speed of sound. He and his A-team of engineering superheroes say the Hyperloop is capable of cutting travel time from San Francisco to LA to, get this, just 30 minutes. Picture the tubes at the bank drive-thru that send your deposit to the teller, and that's pretty much the concept. It would use air bearings instead of wheels, the same basic principle as an air hockey table. Musk went on to say that this Hyperloop would overcome some of the problems associated with such high-speed travel, like the G-loads taken on during turns and the jarring startup and slow down. You know, he's kind of like the real-life Tony Stark. Well, no, maybe if you put him and Richard Branson together, they'd make Tony Stark. I see the light. Well, maybe you actually don't. Ever heard anyone talking about a supposed near-death experience? A new study shows that seeing light, as some cardiac arrest survivors have reported, may actually be due to spikes in electrical activity in the brain after the heart stops beating. Researchers found that in the dying near-death brain, the brain is more consciously aroused than in the waking state, suggesting that the brain is capable of well-organized electrical activity during the early stage of clinical death. Thanks for shedding some light, scientists, on the light. And the City of London is saying it's seen the light on the previously proposed smart trash cans that would display targeted marketing as users walk by on London streets. The city has forced the company Renew London to halt tests on the tracking technology for public recycling bins. The bins would have used the MAC identification number of each Wi-Fi-enabled smartphone to identify a user, the specific routes, and walking speed. It would remember the person's daily habits and sell the info to advertisers to specifically tailor ads to the demographic. The company came under fire last week when it revealed its trash cans were collecting personal data of people passing the Renew pods. The City of London issued a statement saying anything that happens like this on the streets needs to be done carefully with the backing of an informed public. Can you name this person? How about this person? If not, you might be in trouble. Doctors say that simple tests measuring the ability to recognize and name famous people may help identify early dementia in people 40 to 65 years old. Participants were shown famous faces from Elvis to Einstein to Lucille Ball, all public figures relevant to the under 65 crowd. People with dementia scored significantly lower on facial recognition than those without dementia. Can't put a name with that face? Docs say that's a sign of loss of brain tissue in the left temporal lobe of the brain. Those who had trouble recognizing the faces had tissue loss on both the left and right temporal lobes. And we all have that Facebook friend who constantly posts pictures of themselves. My brother, for one, he's the worst. New research found that people who post too many of these selfies risk losing friends. What's the harm? Well, in short, it annoys people. The study showed a direct relationship between more selfies and a decrease in intimacy between sharer and friends. Conversely, if you post those family pics, you get a little more support. Posting pics of your friends, well, they don't really like that either, showing again a decrease in intimacy with those friends. Researchers advise, think twice and post once. And that's it for the Daily Orbit. Thinking, posting.